Hey, Juventini, welcome back to the channel. You know the drill. I'm Alberto. It's July 25th. We are going to get into all the latest news surrounding the old lady, including the latest Mercado rumblings, and then the status of Paul Pogba, who took a knock in training yesterday, and Fajoli, who also took a knock in training. Let's get into it. All right, Juventini, friendly reminder, like the video and, of course, subscribe to the channel, all right, where it's all Juve all the time. Now, without further ado, let's get to the news. So we have Juventus trying to bring down PSG's valuation of Paredes in order to bring him over to the club. Now, it is reported that PSG is looking for somewhere around 20 million euros, so a little bit of a surprise to hear that Juventus is trying to bring it down further. 20 million euros for Paredes is more than fair. Now, the other thing to keep tabs on is Rabiot. So Rabiot's mother slash agent basically rejected an offer and approach from Lyon because they're not in Champions League, and it is being reported that his mother slash agent will be pushing for his return to PSG. So there is the potential for them to figure something out between Rabiot and Paredes, and that's what's being reported today. So we wait and see on that front, but that's the latest reports from there. Now, in terms of Paredes, getting a lot of questions over Twitter and even these YouTube comments on these videos and whatnot about Paredes. Is he worth the chase for Juventus? In my humble opinion, the thing is, he does not tip the scale for Juventus in this Mercado, in my personal opinion. We know that Max likes guys with experience, though, and Paredes has it. He also has it in terms of Serie A. But for me, it's not going to tip the scale on giving up on some of these younger guys like Fajoli and Rovella. So if we were to sacrifice one of those guys, I probably wouldn't do it because he doesn't tip the scale that drastically in order to make that chase, right? So for me, it's a no-go if it means shipping Rovella out, which today, that is the latest news, is that Rovella is going to be loaned out, and there's a dry loan on the table to Salernitana. So now, if we're going to discuss this one, for me, I'm going to stick with some of the bigger guns in their reports earlier on before the U.S. tour kicked off, saying that he was going to be evaluated for the whole tour and all the friendlies, as well as Fajoli and whatnot, before Max and Juventus make a decision. I'm going to stick with that and believe that because it makes more sense than them just pulling the trigger on this right now. Okay, so for me, I don't think Rovella's future is done and dusted just yet. Now, if he were going to be loaned out, I would want a team of a bit higher quality and level than Salernitana. That is my personal opinion. But again, I laid out for all you to play it out. Hit me in the comments as to what you think. Now, Tuttosport is reporting that Juventus's chase for Zaniolo is going to end because Roma is unwilling to accept a counterpart, and Juventus has to sell before they can bring in Zaniolo. Now, again, I'm not quite believing this one completely, and the reason is because Juventus hasn't touched any of their actual transfer budget just yet, because Bremer was used with the Ligt funds and Pogba, Di Maria were on free. So I'm not buying this completely just yet. I don't think it's done and dusted, but I do believe it's getting a lot more quiet, and Juventus might just be waiting and waiting and waiting, because we still have the end of August before this Mercado ends, and they might just be waiting for Roma to break. Okay, but we'll have to just wait and see on that one. Now, in terms of taking news with a grain of salt, Juventus, okay, according to this one's at Daily Mirror, Juventus considering Liverpool's Firmino for a transfer, and he is apparently valued at 20 million pounds. Okay, so Juventus apparently considering Firmino. Now, all I'm going to do is ask all your opinions. If Firmino were to come in, what you think about it. If you're asking my opinion is that I actually really, really like Firmino, but the game changes completely with a guy like Firmino and how he plays that 9 position. And it is night and day to how Vlahovic plays that position, whereas Firmino drops back, becomes in build-up, and your wingers need to push heavily. Now, in Allegri's system, the wingers have a lot of work defensively. So I don't know if it completely works with a guy like Max, but I do like Firmino, but I'm not sure he's going to be the guy that we're after. But again, I lay it out for you to play it out. Hit me in the comments to what you think on that little bit of news, even though I don't put much weight to it. Now, let's get into Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba took a knock in training yesterday, okay, but it's being reported today that he is just fine. He is questionable for the match tomorrow against Barcelona, but he should be a full go for Real Madrid, the match that I will be at and covering and bringing you some cool content from my trip to Los Angeles to view Juventus. So if you're not following me on Twitter at Berto_AJC, get over there and follow at all Juvecast on Twitter, because that's where all of my videos and clips and whatnot are going to be posted. Now, Fagioli also took a knock in training yesterday. He is also reported to be okay. All right. So good news. And again, questions arise of Juve's training methods and whatnot and what's going on. But good to hear that these two guys are going to be okay. Fagioli should be playing some minutes in the Barcelona match. Now, we have a probable 11 for that match tomorrow, taking place between Juventus and Barcelona as the U.S. tour continues. And it is Szczesny in goal. We have Cuadrado, Danilo and Bonucci at center back with Sandro on the left side. Then you have Locatelli, Zakaria, and McKennie in the middle of the pitch. That again will be interesting to see as well. And then up top you have Di Maria, Vlahovic, and Moise Kean. So there you have it. That's a probable 11 being reported as of today. Do expect some changes to that one, as we got quite a few changes in the original probable 11 against Kivas. But that's all the news today, Juventini. Hope you enjoyed the video. Again, like the video, subscribe to the channel, but most importantly, let me know what you think of all the news you heard here today, okay? Questions, comments, opinions, everything, drop it in the comment section of this video. Can't wait to mix it up with you, and I'll be back tomorrow with another news update. All right, till then, fino alla fine, forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.